I never thought that it would get this bad. Now, I knew it could get this bad, but I never thought that in my lifetime it would get this bad. I want to talk about this TikTok. You guys, in today's cultural news, I want to address a TikTok by a young lady who she just really captured so much of how I feel. And it was a breath of fresh air to hear this young woman speak, but it was also kind of sad. It was very, very sad. And I'm actually burdened by what I see going on in the culture. And I never thought that it would get this bad. Now, I knew it could get this bad, but I never thought that in my lifetime it would get this bad. So this story it's a young, gorgeous girl. Oh, she's just so precious. I just wanted to reach out and just hug her, right? Just young, little, beautiful girl. Not a girl. She's a young woman. I'm sorry. She's 22. I'm old, so everybody's a little girl, but I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way. Young woman, and she was carrying herself that way, aside from, a few little choice words, but whatever. That's not the point. She made a TikTok where she literally broke down in tears because of the cultural rot. Yes, that's what I'm calling it. The cultural rot that is proliferating in the culture. So let's go ahead and take a look at it.
I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet. 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit, and mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Poundtown and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Poundtown? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Poundtown? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them. I come every day dressed, ready to go, and I'm in school too. I'm in college. I mean, I put bows in my hair. I'm wearing leotards. I'm trying to get them interested in like proper things for their age, and you guys are exposing your kids to this raunchy secular music. Why is you guys' 5-year-old's daughter singing Poundtown? And it's just really, 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 it's upsetting. And I feel so bad. And I've watched different techniques, soft skills, soft parenting, gentle parenting. I'm patient. I don't yell. I'll say, hey, let's regroup. If you guys need 5 minutes, let's do some breathing. Your kids are telling me to shut up. You guys' kids are saying, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. You're not my mom. They're putting they're hitting each other and hitting other kids. You address the parent. The parents are telling you, you don't tell my daughter what to do. It's not that bad. Well, at least she was in the class. At least. It's all these excuses. Y'all come in and you're more worried about what's going on your Instagram and TikTok feed versus being a parent. Be a parent. You guys are horrible parents. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this generation of some of the mom, not all, but majority that I've dealt with kids that are between the ages of 5 and 4 and 3, you guys don't parent your children at all. They have no basic comprehension skills. They can't sit still. No attention span. They're hitting people. They can't talk. They can't communicate. They don't even know how to say, like, I want to go to the bathroom. If you ask them a question, they're rude, nasty, horrible attitudes at 5. And they want to hear Poundtown. What are you guys doing with your kids? What are you guys literally doing with your kids? Because I have never in my life experienced something so horrible. I literally don't even want to teach ballet to you guys' kids anymore because they are so hard to work and deal with. And I literally see why the teachers are quitting and your kids are getting expelled and kicked out, because it's no way, it is literally no way that this is happening and you guys don't see any issue with it. I tell you, your kid hit someone and you're saying, well, what the daughter to make her want to hit? Nothing. Literally nothing. Your daughter just decides she wants to put her hands on people and you don't correct her. You're yelling at me, asking me, why does she feel like she wants to hit? What parenting is happening? You guys are worried about seafood boils and dates, like partying and being a hot mom. You guys are moms and it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children. Talk to your kid, interact with them, teach them, listen to them, teach them to respect authority. Don't say you don't have to listen to anyone unless they're me. Your kids are so horrible and hard to deal with, and I'm blaming the parents because they have horrible guidance. And it needs to be a change. And I'm asking, can somebody's mom stitch me and say like what the holdup is? What is the issue? Why are you listening to raunchy music around your kids? Why is it that you have to deal with certain people and be rude about it? Why can nobody correct your kid or help them get on a better track? And why do you guys approve and applaud bad behavior? Why? Because I'm telling you, all the teachers that are good and have genuine interest in building your kid, I want to help them. I want to help these little girls realize that they are precious, that they have purpose, that they're beautiful, that they're smart and intelligent, and that they can be somebody. I don't want to see little 5-year-olds trying to twerk to Poundtown. And you guys think that it's cute. And I'm coming on here because it needs to be a change. So please tell me, as an educator, a teacher, and I'm just a ballet teacher. I'm not a regular trained institutional teacher. I'm teaching 5-year-olds ballet, and these are all the problems starting now, and it's no change happening. So what needs to be done and happen to fix this issue? Please, somebody tell me, somebody make it make sense, because I'm telling you, I'm this close to quitting and saying I'd never want to work with people's kids again, because this has been the most horrible experience. I've never dealt with an experience like this. Listening to raunchy music around your kids needs to stop. Applauding bad behavior needs to stop. Not giving your kid your attention but throwing an iPad at them or a tablet because you don't want to parent needs to stop. I'm coming on here and I'm begging you guys, I'm asking you to really please make a change. Make a change. Your kids' lives are depending on it for y'all to make a change. Please make a change.
Alrighty. So I let that entire clip play because I thought it was important to allow this woman to speak so that we can properly engage with everything that she is saying. Now, I did see some people in the chat. Y'all like me. Y'all like, well, what the heck is a pound town? Listen, okay, so I'm old and I already despise like hip hop music. However, Pound Town is a song by a female, a ratchetang, named Sexy Red. She's not very sexy to me, but that's the name she goes by. The lyrics to this song are so bad, like I can't even read them. I mean, I pulled them up, but it F these ends up. I have no idea what the tune is, so don't ask. I'm out of town thugging with my rounds. Okay, that's just nasty. She goes on to talk about the color of an orifice down below being pink and then the other orifice in the back being brown. Like, why did we need to know that, lady? Like, oh. Where are the ends at? I'm looking for the hose. Quit playing in. Okay, go Google it for yourself. I'm not doing it. This is just disgusting. Like, the fact that this is in rotation on somebody's, I don't know, what do you listen to music to? I was gonna say iPad, what do you call them? Oh, I know I'm old. Okay, whatever, Spotify, however you take in your music, this is just bad. I mean, it's literally a song about a woman talking about male genitalia and it's just, I can't give a description for this. You Google it for yourself and then weep that 5-year-olds were actually singing this and want to twerk to it. So let me go ahead and engage with the content. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm fighting off nausea. So if y'all see me pause and be like, I'm trying to hold it back, okay? So that's the cultural rot that I'm talking about. That's the mutt culture that I talk about when I talk about the orangutan and how people had issues with the fact that I was using that kind of verbiage in talking about the moral rot or the moral decay within the Black community. But this young woman, she says that the children today, she just flat out, she was like, they're horrible. She was like, they're horrible and I am traumatized. She teaches 5-year-olds ballet and she affirms that they are disrespectful. They have no regard for others. And she flat out just said the parents are trash, right? So this is the mutt culture that I've been talking about. The menacing, the unruly, the thuggish, and all the baggage that comes along with that. What this young woman articulated, it needed to be said, and it needed to come from someone from that generation. Like, it's one thing for me, the old auntie, to say it, but then it's another thing for a 22-year-old to observe it and say it and then be brave enough to say it out loud. You guys, everything that young woman articulated, it is the direct fruit of a culture that is morally bankrupt. It is. You see, when I talk about Blackness and how I refuse to identify with it, because when you do, this is what comes along with it. This is what I am talking about. I had someone leave a comment on my video that I did on You Can't Be Black and Biblical. And this lady, she was just downright just upset and wanted to tell me about myself. Like, I could see the finger waving. Like, she was talking about, I don't know, who April thinks she is, that, that the world doesn't just see her as a Black woman. First of all, nobody said that when people see me, they don't see a Black woman. I know exactly what ethnicity I am. The point I was making is that when you co-sign to Blackness, the construct of the culture of Blackness, this is what you get. This is what I was talking about. So no, I will never co-sign to the culture of Blackness. I'm not embracing it. I'm not wearing it like a badge of honor. I'm not doing that. My loyalty is to what is right, and it's to Christ and Christ alone. And if I see that the winds of the culture of those who look like me with highly melanated skin, this direction that they're going, I don't identify with that. I don't co-sign to the construct of Blackness. I'm not. This is one of the main reasons why. This young woman said something needs to change. And she wanted to know, she's looking for answers, specifically what to do. When 5-year-olds display miscreant behavior and want to fight and want to twerk and want to assert themselves like they're large and in charge, that's a cultural problem. That is a cultural problem because you have to ask, who raised you? But we already know the answer to that question. They get it from their mama. Their mamas raised them like this. If your mama is listening to Poundtown, what do you think her mini-me is listening to? You've seen the TikToks and the shorts, the mama, she twerking, and then the little girl, she go and do it too. And they think it's cute, talk about, yeah, she did that, sis. They applaud this type of over-sexualization, inappropriate behavior because they ratchet and they wretched. Behold the matriarchy. That's the matriarchy. Go ahead, behold it, look at it, and take it in. Because that is the vestiges and the byproduct of matriarchy. Why do I say that? Because even dudes in the hood, I saw somebody leave a comment saying, this is just as bad as that video with the little boys at the birthday party. And I would agree. That's bad and this is bad. But even those kinds of dudes, like little dudes in the hood, who have daughters, even they would have a visceral reaction seeing their little girls twerk or sing a song like Poundtown. I know straight thug thizzle types. Dudes, just killers, will kill you with the bare hands, whose personal life is not anything to be desired. But when it comes to their little girl, they're not playing with you. They are not trying to see their little girls act like a thought. Now, they'll deal with a thought, but that's not how they want to see their little girls. They do not allow that. This is coming from the matriarchy and probably a very small segment of some just trash dudes who don't give a darn about himself or anybody else. But what is my message? My message is very simple. Stop procreating with these bottom broad thoughts. Yeah, I said it. These are some gutter, just bottom of the barrels. Like, we won't have a healthy, functioning community if this is what the next generation is already acting like. And I know I get a lot of flack from people when I tell them that I despise hip hop. Yes, well, now you know why. I hate hip hop. I do. Because I hate the culture that comes along with it. When you have hip hop plus, you come from a home where the mother is functionally absent, hip hop becomes the daddy. Or if you come from a home where the father is just not there at all, hip hop becomes the dad. Hip hop ends up giving your kid identity. Hip hop ends up disciplining and discipling your kid. They learn, well, this is how we do it in the streets. When you don't get what you want, or somebody don't act the way you want to act, you just take it. You bust them over the head and get it. Like, that's literally all that is happening. Hip hop is discipling the mamas, and then the mamas are discipling the children. These little 5-year-olds, they're not interested in ballet. How are they interested in ballet when they've been exposed to Sexy Red? They have no concept of what it means to be exposed to anything outside of the cultural and moral rot and decay of the Blackness. Because this is what you get. And I don't want to hear, well, the music executives just put the music out. Did nobody make Sexy Red record that filth and that trash? I've seen that chick be invited to middle schools and high schools. Why is she allowed to be there? Are we shocked and confused that the 5-year-olds know the words to Poundtown? We shouldn't be shocked. If this is the smut that you're exposing your kids to, this is what's going to, you put in trash, you're going to get trash out. The young woman said these children, they can't express themselves. They simple commands, go to the bathroom. They are undisciplined. And I'm going to go on record and say part of it is that little gentle parenting stuff. And I've had this conversation with women of God who they don't believe that the Bible was serious about the rod of correction and how it's going to drive foolishness out the kid. They just, I'm just going to be a gentle parent. Yeah, okay, well, Becky just punched you in the mouth. I'm just saying, right? Little Lakeisha just told you, I don't have to do what you say. I do what I wanted to. And she's 5. At this point, it's almost too late. It's almost too late. It's almost too late for little Mika and Keisha. Because if she's twerking now, she'll be on OnlyFans in less than 5 years if it's still around. This is the moral rot and decay of the Blackness that I will never co-sign. And I'm not identifying with that at all. You don't have to like it. You can call me a sellout. You darn Skippy. I'm selling out to Christ and Christ alone. Cause no. I've been wanting to put my daughters, in some dance classes. And Robert was like, I need to vet the class first, because you definitely don't want his daughters twerking. But more importantly, he's like, I don't know what these other kids have been exposed to. And so at this point, he only had our 11. The one school that I know of that I could reasonably be comfortable with them going and learning dance, it's way on the south side of town. It's going to take me over an hour to get there. So I got to figure something else out. But I feel for this young woman, because she is now seeing the harmful effects of when you just leave a generation to themselves, to zone out on tablets, not actively engage, and when mama wants to be a hot girl and she don't want to be a parent. Behold the matriarchy.